Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. There's a road in Scotland, and it's a beautiful road. It's one of the best roads in Scotland. It's the A83. Now, many people go on, and I do. I actually love the A82. That's the one that you drive up, you go through the mountains, you go up past the Three Locks and into Inverness and all that. That's a beautiful road. But the A83 is another one, gets you out there in the wild, rugged, beautiful countryside. And it's known as the Rest and Be Thankful. And when the road was in good condition, it is one of the best places, one of the best routes, really, I would suggest that you do. I recommend everyone at some point in their life drives the A82 and the A83. However, for some years now, the A83 has been problematic. And there was last year a slippage, a road, basically the side of the mountain slipped, it then covered the road, broke the road, and they had to close it for an extended period of time. And it needs to be basically relaid. The whole road needs to be repaired and relaid. And, most people just go on and go, well, it's an important road, we've got to get it done, boom, get them out there and get it redone. Not the SNP, of course. So far, they've spent nearly £20 million on this road. 20 million. Not repairing it. No. 20 million on consultancy fees to see what's the best thing to do. Well, I'm going to tell you what the best thing to do is. Fix the road. I could have saved you 20 million. You could have used that 20 million to have fixed the road by now. Yeah, sure, you're going to say, what about future slippages? That's fine. You get those big blocks and you go bum, 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 all the way along the side of the road. There you go. Not hard. You don't need £20 million to get people to talk about it. It's obviously this is churn. This is laundry, isn't it? This is moving money from the public to the private. And what's the odds on senior politicians getting directorships in these consultancy firms when they leave office? It's no wonder so many SNP MSPs are leaving because they've earned enough money in their goodwill gestures. £1 million here, 3 million there, 20 million on consultancy, and so forth, that they can leave and they'll find themselves being employed. They'll have to come into the office 2 or 3 times a year just to pretend that they're working. But they'll get their nice fat salary for life now, having, handed over all that public money to these companies. Bus companies, another one. I mean, how many people in the SNP are going to end up working in the bus companies? But this is absolutely jaw-dropping. 20 million on consultancy, and not 1 foot of tarmac has been laid. Who is signing off on it and who is getting the money? They call them the Argyll Alps, and they are magnificent. And you drive along, and honestly, it's there. It's a jewel in the crown road, really, for Scotland. And you'd think somebody would take care of it and get it fixed. But they don't want it fixed. They want to use and take as much time as possible to extract as much money as possible. Now, the Conservatives are saying that this is typical of the SNP. They don't want to take care of the infrastructure. Everything's got to be about independence, and fixing roads isn't. So the A9's falling apart, the A96 is falling apart, the A83 is now dead and gone and fallen apart. And when you consider that the roundabout route to avoid the A83 is, I think it's 100, correct me, I think it's something like 130 miles round to avoid the A83. So if you're a local, you're buggered, aren't you? You have to wonder what level of corruption is acceptable, and what is the point at which the corruption is no longer acceptable? Please tell me that point, and then we can work it out and say, right, it's okay. If you go up to there, we won't say a word. But if you go beyond, let's put you in prison. Because somebody's got to pay for this, not the taxpayer. Thanks very much. Bye.